Okay, so welcome to Sunday Sadhana. So this class is a general level, and there's always the invitation for you to go off piste a little bit if you want to. So if that means taking more rest or finding your own perfect modifications, variations to suit your own level of practice, to suit your own body this morning. So I can guide you, and then it's up to you to really listen in to what your body needs today. So just giving you that invitation, to giving you permission to do it differently if you want to. All right, so we'll start with a little grounding meditation. So inviting you to get settled into stillness, just giving yourself a moment to get comfortable. You might want to take something to sit on, a cushion, if you've got any yoga equipment. And let's just start with a little bit of shoulder rolling. So you're going to take the shoulders up, back, down. Forwards, up, back, down. Just gently enlivening the body. And let's go in the opposite direction. Just starting to bring a little bit more awareness to your breath without changing it too much just yet. So we'll interlace the fingers, pushing out through the heels of the hands, and let's lift the arms up, root down into your sit bones, your tailbone, your pelvis, your buttocks, your legs and your feet, as though you're firmly planted into the earth like a tree, and your branches are growing up into the sky, up towards the sun, feeling that lift through your spine, creating a little bit more space between your vertebrae, allowing those discs to become a little bit more juicy and buoyant. And then we'll take a little side stretch to the left and a side stretch to the right. Good, let's come back to center and resting the hands down wherever feels good on your lap, knees or thighs. And let's also just release the neck a little bit. So we'll bring chin to chest. And then lifting face to sky, head up and back, open up your throat. Exhaling, chin forwards and down. And inhale, head up and back. Chin forwards and down. And head up and back. Good, and this last one, just chin to the chest. And we're going to roll the chin through a half moon. Rolling from shoulder to shoulder. Just exploring what's possible for you today. And just starting to bring a little bit more awareness to any differences between the left and the right side of your body. So you may like to circle. Can always come back to the half rotations if the circling doesn't feel quite right for you. So keeping the back of your neck quite long, so we don't want to grind down the cervical vertebrae. You could think about maybe drawing the full moon with the tip of your nose. And let's do one more in this direction, and then we'll change direction. Let's come the other way. Breathing in, breathing out in your own sweet way. So let's come back to center, and we'll take the left ear to the left shoulder and let both shoulders drop down away from the ears. And you're taking a sigh in through the nose, out through the mouth with a soft sound. Waking up your throat, your neck. Let's change size, ear to shoulder. Shoulders dropping down. And then we'll come back to center, and let's just give the neck a little bit of extra loving care by giving it a squeeze. And so it might be one hand or two hands. I usually like to drag the muscles into the center, onto the spine. So the fingers of my right hand drag the muscles in from the left side of my neck and vice versa. So dragging in, like squishing, squashing the muscle up against the spinous processes, the bones, these ropes of muscle that sometimes feel quite tight, stiff, crunchy, like guitar strings, ropes of muscle. Oh, good. All right. So let's just shake out the wrists, hands, into a little bit of side to side, and then a little bit of up and down, side to side. And then we'll interlace the fingers again. And this time just circling through the wrists. I'm going to change the direction. Might be a little bit of cracking and crunching. Okay, good. And then let's rest the hands down. So just taking a moment to drop down into your root, into the base of the spine. So bringing awareness down to Muladhara chakra, the root center, and allowing the face to release and soften. And as you exhale, inviting you to gently lift and squeeze your root, your anus, squeezing the perineum, lifting it as you exhale. Inhale to release and relax. Exhale to lift and squeeze, and at the same time drawing belly to spine. Inhale, release and relax, and exhale to lift and squeeze. Good, let's do that a few more times. So gently stimulating the root, bringing a little bit more awareness down into these muscles. And let's hold the lift for a few breaths. So you're holding that contraction. So you don't have to squeeze with all of your might, just a gentle lift of the perineum, what we call mula bandha, the lock of the root. So we're helping to lift what we call the apana, the downward flowing energy, sending it back up through the center, up through Shushumna Nadi. So it's like we're recycling the energy. So it's not leaking down out through the lower orifices. All right, and then gently release and relax. And so we'll be using that Mula Bandha at certain times during the practice. But if anyone's bleeding today, I just recommend that you leave that alone. So don't be drawing up when we want to actually flow out and down. So it's okay to feels in the lower regions be completely relaxed. So also no kind of engaging of the abdomen, especially when we're bleeding. Just let your belly be soft and round. Okay, so we're going to start to balance the energies, the Ida and the Pingala channels, the left and the right nostrils. So let's start by closing the left nostril with the left thumb. We're going to take 5 breaths in and out through the right nostril. Oh, sorry, the left nostril. And just noticing, again, if there's any blockage, then feel free to rest your hand down and breathe as best you can through both nostrils. any of you are recovering from a cold, this may not be a very good idea this morning. So we're going to change hands. So 5 breaths in and out through the right nostril. And just noticing if one nostril is a little bit more open than the other. Okay, so whichever is your dominant hand, doesn't matter. We're going to inhale through the right and exhale through the left. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. And 2 more times by yourself. And then we're going to reverse it. So inhale through the left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. 3 more times. And then just resting the hand down when you're done. 5 on each side, no rush to finish. So just helping to balance the flow of energies through the left and the right nostrils. So one is Surya Vedana, the first one in through the nose, in through the right nostril, out through the left. Surya Vedana, the sun piercing breath. And inhaling through the left and exhaling through the right is the Chandra Vedana, which is the moon piercing breath. So we're helping to balance those lunar and solar energies in the body, relating to the left and the right hemispheres of the brain. So opposite sides, left channel works on the right hemisphere and vice versa. So we're just going to start with a little, continue, I should say. We've already started, but continue with a little vocal activation. So we're going to start to wake up the throat chakra, and we'll do some toning, and then we're going to go into a practice of waking up the joints. So again, just taking a moment to settle your mind. Just bringing awareness now to your third eye center, the point between the eyebrows. Breathing in, breathing out slowly. So we're going to start with what we call the Brahmari pranayama, the buzzing bee or the humming bee breath. So keeping your lips together, and see if you can find a pitch, a tone that just feels right for this third eye. It almost feels like you're kind of buzzing your third eye, buzzing bee in your third eye. So just start when you're ready. Start and finish when you're ready. We're going to do it 3 times. Mm. Two more. And using up all your out breath on this buzzing. Mm. Then we're going to take a hand to the heart and connect with your heart center. We want to find a pitch, a tone that's going to resonate in the heart now. So you can explore. You might do 3 different tones to get a sense. Maybe you feel that your hand is a little bit vibrating as you find the right sound. And the mouth position now is the ooh, so lips in a small circle. We call it the Vayu mantra. It's the wind mantra. It's helping to purify the heart space, helping to clear any residual old emotions. So deep breath in. Ooh. Ooh. Good. And then you can change hands. So we're going to place the hand over the pubis, the mound of Venus, connecting again to the root. So the base of your spine, Muladhara chakra. And this time we're going to do mouth wide open, the ah sound. Nice wide open mouth. And this is the Agni mantra, the fire mantra, helping to purify the base chakra, helping to clear any baggage, anything that is hanging around that we don't need anymore. So really, this is the loudest sound of the three. So if it's okay, if you're not going to disturb anyone too much around you, really nice, loud sound. Deep breath in. And as deep as you can. So we're going to join the palms together. So we're bringing the sun and the moon together, the masculine and the feminine, the fire and the water, at the heart center. So cultivating the sacred marriage, the sacred union in the heart. And so if your voice has been wavering a little bit, it can sometimes show you like the steadiness, the resonance of your voice shows you your energy level. So if you're a little bit tired, like me today, I had quite a late night, so my voice is quite wavering. And so it just shows me, okay, I'm going to take it a little bit more easy in the practice today to conserve my energy, not to deplete myself even more. But if you've got a nice loud sound, resonant, steady tone, then it shows you've got energy to work in the practice today. So we're joining the hands together. We're going to bring awareness back to the third eye center in a moment when we close the eyes. We're going to unite those three sounds. So the ah, the ooh, and the chanting the sacred syllable om, helping to connect us in a more formal way with infinite source. Of course, we're always connected. We're never separate from source, but this is a way that we can like really intentionally plug in to receive infinite energy, infinite abundance. So taking a deep breath in. 2 to 3 seconds on each sound. Lifting the heart, bowing the head. I'll just chant this Guru mantra for a moment. If you know it, please feel free to join in. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, if you know it. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So we're just calling in the energies of Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the sustaining force of the universe, Shiva, another name, Devo Maheshwara, the destructive forces that create the ability for rebirth and regeneration. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, the Guru that is very close, right inside of ourselves, and the Guru that is very far away, the vastness of divine energy. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, calling in the Shakti, the life force, the creative force, the goddess, Shri, the mantra for the goddess. So feeling that sacred union in the heart, the balance of opposites, masculine and feminine, fire and water, sun and moon. Balance and harmony in the heart. And then gently resting the hands down. So I'll invite you to come down to rest on your back now, lying yourself down. And so I'm going to use my voice to guide you here. So listening carefully to the instructions. So I won't be demonstrating for this part. So just resting on your back, and feel free to have your legs straight or bent. And just let your whole body melt into the floor. Giving yourself permission to rest for a moment. Smoothing out the skin of the face, soft around the eyes, nose and mouth. And just getting a sense of your body, really listening carefully. If there are any compromised or challenged or sensitive areas, just inviting a little bit more care and kindness and attention to those places. So we're going to invite the life force in. Let's just start with a little bit of belly breathing. Belly rising on inhale, falling on exhale.
Holding on too tight, trying till I might tire from the fight, divine surrendering, divine surrendering, divine surrendering, divine surrendering.
Breathing from belly to chest, all the way up to your neck and shoulders, into your back ribs and your side ribs. Exhaling, belly to spine. And if you're not bleeding, feel free to gently lift and squeeze your root again. Just on the exhale, inhale to release and relax. Exhale to gently lift and squeeze.
Safe to surrender now. Safe to remember how. Safe to surrender now. Safe to remember how. I release what is not meant for me. I believe what's meant for me will be for me. Feeling in the dark, crawling till I walk. Each time that I fall, divine remembering.
Take another 3 rounds of breath. We're really inviting you to stay present. Each and every sensation, each and every single inhalation and exhalation. If the mind starts wandering, do your best to catch it. Catch that thought, acknowledge it, let it go, and invite yourself back into presence, back into the practice over and over and over and over again, cultivating infinite compassion and infinite patience with yourself.
Take me back home again.
So gently bringing knees to chest. So we're going to hug the knees in. And let's start to rock gently from side to side, massaging your back on either side of your spine. Okay, beautiful. And then coming back to center and picking up the head, curling into a ball, squeezing in. Can inhale, rest the head down, and exhale to lift the head up. Inhale, head down. Exhale, head up. One more. Inhale, head down. Exhale, head up. Hold it. And just lifting your root lock. Again, lift and squeeze. Again, not for those bleeding. All right, relax your head down. Roll your head from side to side. And then bring your head and neck back to center. We're going to place one hand on top of each knee, thighs together. And let's circle the knees in the same direction. So keep your thighs and shins together, circling onto your sacrum. Breathing in, breathing out mindfully. Good. And change the direction. Beautiful. So come back to center, take the arms out wide to the side, palms face up. We're going to take the knees to the left. Inhale, knees to center. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale to center, exhale, change. We'll just use, find your own breath in your own way with this, with all of these movements and postures. So you could keep your legs hovering. If you feel that you want to make it a little bit more supportive today, feel free to rest your feet flat to the floor. Even have your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Windscreen wipers, knees to the left, knees to the right. A few more times. Otherwise, the legs are hovering, engaging your abdominal muscles. Nice. So one more on each side. And let's come back to center and stretch the arms above your head along the floor. Take a long stretch. Stretch your spine. And we'll keep the knees into the chest. Let's take the feet up and down. So you might need to soften your elbows, relax your arms a little bit, maybe even bend in the arms so your shoulders and elbows can relax down onto the floor. So bend and straighten, toes to sky. Heels to buttocks, up and down, a few more times. Lovely. Good. Let's keep the legs up straight. Let's raise the arms up also to the vertical line and give your arms and legs a good shake. Hands and feet. Shake, 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 shake. Shake everything out. Let the flesh wobble. Shake it out. Good. And then hold still. So we'll hold the thumbs. So bring your thumbs into the center of your palms. Wrap your fingers around your thumbs. Make a loose fist. We're going to circle hands and feet, wrists and ankles. So feet hip width apart. So just the ankles, just your feet circling. That's it. Feet hip width. Wonderful. Change the direction. Really nice. Good. So rest your left foot flat and hold your right leg with both hands. And let's start to point and flex the right foot. Pointing, flexing, waking up the calf, the shin, the Achilles tendon, the back of the leg. So you're going to hold the flex, open up the back of the knee, back of the thigh. You might be able to straighten out your left leg if that feels okay, pushing out through your left heel. Both legs extending away from the body. Take another couple of breaths here, deepening your inhalations, your exhalations. Let's get ready to lift up head and shoulders, chest to thigh, thigh to chest. Drop your shoulders down. And again, if you want to lift your root lock, lifting up the perineum. Good, let's take one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Let's hug in the right knee. Rest your head down. So everybody could slide out the left leg along the floor now. We'll hug the right knee into the chest. Let's just draw the knee across the chest, left to right, right to left, just the knee. That's it. So waking up the hip flexor, exploring. You could either keep that leg supported with your hands or press your palms face down into the floor. And we're going to circle that right knee, circling the right knee across the body and across all the way. Circle that knee, that thigh, that's it, as big as you can or as small as you can, as small as you like. You're in charge. Good, let's change the direction of the circles. Waking up the joints, lubricating the joints. And then we're going to invite that right knee all the way over to the left side. Encouraging the knee down towards the floor, maybe the left hand on top of the right knee, right thigh, the right arm in line with the right shoulder now. So right arm in line with the right shoulder, that's it. Palm facing up, maybe the head rolls to the right or stays neutral in the middle. Coming back to the long breath. Can you breathe down into your belly, up into your chest? We're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So let's come back to center. Plant your right foot flat, right knee bent. Straighten up your left leg, holding the left leg, pointing and flexing the left foot. So right knee bent, right foot flat. That's it, good. Pointing and flexing. Holding the flex. Opening up the back of the left leg now. Breathing a little bit deeper, maybe sliding out the right leg along the floor, pushing out through the right heel. Both legs extending away from the body. Or that's it, you might want to rebend the knee. Good. All right, let's lift up head and shoulders. Chest to thigh, thigh to chest. Maybe engaging the root lock, maybe not. One more breath. Can you soften your shoulders down away from your ears? Inhale, exhale, rest your head to the floor, hugging in the left knee and extend the right leg along the floor. You're going to interlace the fingers over the shin and draw a line across your chest with your left knee, left to right, towards the left shoulder, towards the right shoulder. And then pressing the palms face down into the floor, let's circle the left knee, circling as small or as big as you wish. Aiming to keep your sacrum anchored, as much as your back body anchored to the floor as possible. Let's change the circle direction. Breathing in, breathing out mindfully. Great. So hug in your left knee, and we're going to bring that left knee over to the right side, all the way over to the right side. Left arm in line with the left shoulder. Palm faces up. And maybe your head rolls to the left or stays quite neutral. Drinking in the breath like a healing elixir, gently stretching the breaths. One more breath. Can you soften your jaw? Create a little bit more space between the back teeth. We'll come back to center, plant both feet flat, both knees bent, feet hip width apart, toes point forwards. Get a sense that you're stacking your knees over your ankles. And we're going to very slowly lift the hips up to the sky. So pressing down into your feet, lifting tailbone, sacrum, hips, inhale up. And exhale down, upper back, middle back, lower back, one vertebra at a time. And if you like, you could also take your arms up and over your head as you lift your hips to the sky. And as you exhale, the arms come down, the spine comes down, the palms and the sacrum land together in the same instant on the mat. We'll do another 3, this moving bridge. Finding your own rhythm, your own tempo. And then we're going to keep the hips up in the air for the last one. And you may like to interlace your fingers underneath your back. Palms together, fingers interlace, tucking the left shoulder under, tucking the right shoulder under, pressing into your feet, drawing the inner thighs a little bit closer together, and breathing into your belly. I'm going to take another 3 rounds of breath. So you can really engage your glutes here. Squeeze your bum, opening up the fronts of the thighs, the hip flexors, opening up your front body, your chest. Good, one more breath. We're going to release the hands if they're interlaced. Broaden your shoulder blades, widen your upper back, and then gently guide your spine down one vertebra at a time. Just rest there for a moment, just feeling the effects. Take a couple of breaths. And then you can bring your knees back into your chest, hug your knees in. And tuck your fingers behind your knees. You're going to start to roll on the spine, forwards and back, up and down. Perfectly rounded back, like a ball. Okay, good. So let's stay upright. Join the soles of the feet together. Let's roll in the left thigh, or roll in the right thigh, holding the ankles and gently flapping the butterfly wings. Holding still. And you may just want to stay like this, upright spine. If there's anything going on in your sacroiliac, you may just want to keep lifting and lengthening from base to crown. Or feel free to explore with me. You can hold your toes or your feet or round the back, bring chin to chest and fold forwards. Bending forward, stretching out your lower, middle, upper back. And pressing the knees and thighs down towards the floor. Good. We'll take another couple of breaths here. All right, beautiful. So coming back up, inhale. And let's bring the knees and thighs together. We're going to cross the shins and roll onto hands and knees. So hands shoulder width, knees hip width. And let's start to round the back and dip the spine. And rounding, exhale. And inhale, lifting chin and tail. Exhale. Okay, good. So we're going to hold still and circle the hips, circling the pelvis in your own way. We're going to change the circle direction. And keep breathing evenly, softly. We're going to take the hips back and lie forwards and back. And forwards and back. We're going to stay forwards on the elbows, on the belly, and the forearms are parallel. And let's just rock the hips from side to side. Bring your thighs a little bit closer together. So hold it there and just notice what you're feeling in your back. So we're going to take the foot, the right foot, reaching to hold the front of the foot or the ankle and lifting the chest up. Pressing down through your pubis and tailbone. And let's switch legs. Noticing any difference between the left and the right leg. Okay, releasing. Rest your forehead to the floor. And firm your thighs, firm your buttocks. And we'll inhale to lift the chest. And we'll exhale to roll back down. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. A few more times. Let's hold this last one. Hold and breathe. Looking for the middle way, the middle path. So you might need to come a little bit out of it, like move away from your edge or a little bit deeper into it, finding the right degree of intensity for you. So we'll come back into child pose, relaxing head to floor, buttocks to heels, and breathing into your lower back for a moment. And then we'll come back up into kneeling. So just see how this one works for you. If it's too much for your knees, you can always come back down into this and stay a little bit longer. Otherwise, we're going to come back onto the hands. You could have your knees wide or together. See what feels right for you. So either resting on your hands or bending into your elbows, maybe resting on your elbows. Some of you may be able to lie down. You could take the arms over the head. Some of you may need a bolster to be able to get down a little bit closer to the floor. So just see what's possible for you, what feels comfortable. So really avoiding any kind of pushing, forcing, straining. Let's center pleasure at the heart of this practice. So that's it, just another couple of breaths. So we're still warming up. If you want to stay here, if it's feeling really good, you're welcome to stay longer. Otherwise, we're going to slowly come up and come into a low lunge. So we're bringing the right foot forwards. And the knee, again, is a little bit stacked. So we're looking for that right angle in the front leg. The right knee stacked over the right ankle. And we're going to rise and fall. So sinking down and floating up and sinking down and up. So you may feel the pull in the front of your left thigh and your hip flexor here. So we're going to stay in the low lunge. Let the arms hang loose and let your body weight, let gravity release you down. So gently tugging on the fascia, the connective tissue, the ligaments, the tendons. We're going to float up and interlace the fingers behind the back. So dragging your right foot back energetically, your left knee forward. So we're drawing into the halfway line of the mat. We're opening up the chest, drawing the shoulder blades in towards the spine, lifting the arms up. Firming the buttocks to support you here. A little bit more stability. And release. So we're going to come back onto all fours. Just going to change my legs, turn myself around like this for the demonstration. So left foot forwards, left knee over the left ankle. You want to make sure that your left heel stays down on the floor when we come into these low lunges. So don't let your left heel lift off the floor. You might need some padding under your knee if your knee's feeling tender. So we're going to stay in the low lunge. Let your arms hang, let your shoulders drop down, lifting up through your heart, your sternum. Filling, 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 emptying, releasing, letting go. Smooth out your breath. Okay, so we're coming away from the edge, dragging the left foot back, dragging the right knee forwards. Change the interlace of your fingers, and we'll open up the chest, press the shoulder blades onto the back ribs. Squeeze the outer hips in, hug into the midline, firm your buttocks. Finding the perfect breath. Okay, good. So release. We'll bring the hands down. So we're going to come into downward facing dog. We're tucking the toes, feet hip width, lift your hips up. Sink your heels back and down, and sink the left heel, and sink the right heel, the left heel, and the right heel a few more times. And then both heels down together. Elongate your spine, gazing through your thighs. Push the floor away. And then we'll glide forwards into plank. And back to down dog. And into plank. And back to down dog. We'll hold the next plank. Hold and breathe. So gazing just forwards off the end of your mat. Neutral curve in the spine again. Firm your thighs and buttocks. Pushing out through the heels. Anytime you like, remember you're in charge, you can rest. So we're going to rest the knees down. I'm going to take the left foot out to the side. So straightening the left foot or the right leg. So you want to line up your wrist, your knee, and your ankle. And then we're reaching up to the sky. So this is the first variation. There's going to be another variation in a moment. If you're feeling stronger in your arms and wrists and shoulders, we can maybe have both knees off the floor, but let's just start here. So then we're going to do the other side. Okay, come back to all fours. So the second variation, we'll lift the knees. We're coming back into plank. We're going to take the heels to the right and the heels to the left. And the heels to the right and the heels to the left. And then we'll keep the heels to the right. You can either stack your left foot on top of the right foot or take the foot behind. So the toes of your left foot touch your right heel or vice versa. And then we can take the top arm up. If it's too much for you, come back to the first variation. So the knee is down on the floor. Okay, one more breath and then we'll change sides. So you can do that on the other side. When you feel that you've done roughly an equal number of breaths on both sides, come back to center. And either dropping down, chaturanga up dog, or take your knees, chest and chin to the floor. For cobra, inhale, lift and open your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. That's it. Or resting in child pose. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to take the feet to the hands. The feet hip width apart. Grab hold of your opposite elbow and let your head drop down. And maybe swing the elbows around your shins in a crescent moon. We're going to come back to center, drop your hands to the floor. We're going to sweep up, inhale, and sweep down. Ha. Inhale up. Ha. 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 Good. Hold. Hands on the waist. And we'll take a few hip circles. Really nice. Good. Change the direction of the circles. I just want to find one good track for shaking. We're going to do a little bit of shaking today. So let's do one more there, and then we'll come back to center and let your arms hang loose. I'm just going to start to shake and wobble and maybe even jump. You can always thump your heels as well. If you want to thump your heels or bounce. just that short time, just seeing how powerful that can be, just a little bit of shaking room. Just let yourself rest there on your feet, closing your eyes, soft knees, soft mountain, rooting again like a tree, drawing up from the earth, drawing down from the sky, breathing down into your belly, up into your chest. Oh, and then let's come wide on the mat. So we're going to come into a nice stable triangle. So feet, stretch your arms wide. You want your wrists and your ankles more or less in line. So wrists over the ankles. We're going to turn in the right heel, turn out the toes, take the back heel a little wider. Stretch the arms in line with your shoulders. Press into your feet. Anchor yourself into the earth and rest your hand down wherever it lands on the leg, reaching up to touch the sky. And again, firming the thighs and buttocks if you can. Keeping a micro bend in the knee so you're not locking out your knee joints. Breathing softly, gently, belly and chest. We're going to take the top palm up and over, so palm faces the floor. Lift your heart up to the sky, pressing into the feet. Let's take one more breath. And on the inhale, we'll come up, turn the back foot, turn the front foot, stretch the arms apart, and exhale. So the front heel roughly in line with the back arch. Front heel in line with the back arch. Reaching up to the sky, pressing into the feet. Keeping the neck in line with the rest of the spine. Awareness filling the whole body. I'm going to turn the palm so the palm is facing the floor now as the arm comes up and over the head. Can you firm your thighs and buttocks a little bit more, creating a stable foundation? Elongate, open up your side body, reach through the fingertips. And then with a soft knee coming up, inhale back to center. So big toes are in line, bring in both heels, turn out the toes. We'll push through the wrists, flex your wrists, your hands, pushing out through the wrists. Inhale, crossing the wrists, exhale, down. Inhale up, exhale down. So left in front of right, right in front of left, alternate the wrists, the arms. Good, last two. We're going to bring the palms together for the last one. Bring your hands down through the midline. Sink down a little deeper. Point the elbows forwards. Building strength and power and stamina, steadiness. Soft gaze, soft jaw, gazing out through the backs of the eyes. 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, point the toes forwards, hands on your waist. Lift your chest up, inhale, and fold, exhale. Let your head drop down. Good. Lift your chest, lift your hands onto your waist, come back up, and zigzag your feet together. So we're going to bring big toes to touch, big toe joints touching. Press into your feet. We'll take the left foot onto the right. Take your time. Set your foundation. You might need a wall or a cupboard to rest your hand on, or mantelpiece. And we'll pick up the foot, pressing into the flesh and the bone. Bring your palms back to your heart, and we'll raise the arms up, reaching up for the sky, becoming a tree. Deep roots into the earth, branches growing up to the sun, becoming a channel between heaven and earth, a channel for light and love and kindness and compassion, strength. Soft face, soft gaze, soft jaw. Good. We're going to bring the arms down, the foot down. And let's do the same on the other side. So set your foundation, one foot on top of the other. Take your time. When you're ready, picking up your foot, palms to the heart. Strengthen your standing leg. Compact your standing leg. Hugging muscle to bone. Lifting the arms when you're ready. You could also have the branches open, palms to the sky. That helps you balance a little bit more easily. Otherwise, shoulder blades lifting, trapezius muscles lifting, stretching the arms up, turning the left knee back or the right knee back, the bent leg, turning that knee back a little bit. Filling, 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 emptying, releasing, letting go. Good, one more breath, inhale. And release, exhale. So we've got the feet hip width now. Let's interlace the fingers, push out through the heels of the hands. We'll lift the arms up and we're going to lift the heels up. We're going to sink down into a deep squat. Exhale all the way down. Just as low as your knees will allow. And then we'll come up. Inhale, lift your heels. And exhale, arms down, heels down. Change the interlace of your fingers. Push out through the heels of your hands. Lift the arms up, lift your heels up. Inhale. Exhale. All the way down. And all the way up. Inhale, push down to lift up. Just noticing any difference between the two legs. Heels down, arms down. Take a breath. Last one. Fingers interlace, lift your heels. And slowly down, down, down. Take the knees wide, hands to the floor. Walk the hands forwards, let your head drop down. Good, if that feels okay, for your ankles, your knees. So take one more breath there. Okay, beautiful. So gently resting back down onto your bottom. We'll take the right leg out in front. So keeping the left knee bent, the left knee drops down. The right leg is extending, and we're taking the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Lift and turn. Draw your right shoulder back. Push out through your right heel, maybe looking over the shoulder. Okay, good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Let's lift the arms up. Inhale. Reaching for the foot or the floor. Janushirasana. Folding forwards. Just see what's possible. Finding pleasure, a little bit more enjoyment in your posture if you can, as you ground down through your right knee, back of your thigh. Lengthening from base to crown. Releasing lower, middle, upper back. Sliding the shoulder blades down the back ribs. Last breath. And inhale to come up. So let's change the legs over. And bend the right knee, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Okay, let's come back to center. We'll lift the arms up, stretch your spine up. Inhale, toes point up, holding the foot or hands to floor. Exhaling. Can you make your exhale just a little bit longer than your inhale? Is that possible? Breathing into your back ribs and your side ribs. Okay, one more breath. And then we'll come back to the upright spine. So both legs out stretched in front. Can just roll in the right thigh, roll in the left thigh, and draw the head of the thigh bone back into its hip socket. So we're lifting the arms up. Inhale, reaching for the feet or hands to the floor. You could even tuck your hands behind your knees and press your hands down into the floor. Just finding your best variation of this Paschimottanasana, the stretch of the back body. Balancing the two sides of the body. I'm going to take another 2 rounds of breath here. Okay, so for anyone bleeding today, it's not especially recommended to go upside down at these times, although you can find out for yourself and see how it feels if you're more towards the end of your bleed. You could put your legs up on a sofa, like your calves could rest on a sofa in that case. Otherwise, if you're good going upside down today, you're welcome to do a headstand, if that's part of your practice, and then followed by a shoulder stand or just a shoulder stand. So you could take your feet up and over your head to the floor behind you. Support your back with your hands, and when you're ready, lifting the legs up. Just see what your body wants to do today. If you're doing a headstand, make sure to lift your shoulders and have a sense of a triangle of weight on your elbows and the crown of your head. Stay with your breath. Listen to your body. Any leg variations are welcome here. Anytime you like, you can come back down. If you want to stay longer, upside down, stay longer. And just check in with yourself. Is there anything else that your body would enjoy? Just asking yourself, asking your body, what is your body asking for before we settle into relaxation? If there aren't any other poses, maybe another supine twist, maybe a fish pose if you've done a shoulder stand. That's it. Might be soles of the feet drawing together. That's good. So take your time there. The trajectory is to eventually come into Shavasana, but there's no rush. So it could be another 2 or 3 minutes for your own practice, your own preferences. Maybe you want to gather your bits and pieces for a cozy relaxation, maybe putting on your socks, your long sleeves, perhaps taking a shawl or a blanket, maybe covering the eyes. Going to move into the inner realms, the inner landscape. So settling yourself once again. So the work is done for the moment. I'm sure there'll be more things later, but for this moment, giving yourself permission to rest. Dropping down into the embrace of the earth. Maybe sighing with relief. What could be more blissful than lying down and breathing and resting, opening to receive. Receiving from the earth, receiving from the sky, receiving from the infinite space all around you. Welcoming in some life force without you having to do anything now. All the energy that you've created through your practice, allowing yourself to absorb it like a sponge. Allowing your body to regenerate itself. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Inviting yourself even deeper into presence. Smoothing out the skin of the face, releasing around the eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. I feel deeply rooted. You may like to just repeat these phrases silently in your mind. I'm connected to my body. I feel safe and secure. I stand for my values, my truth, and for justice. I have everything I need. I'm grounded, stable, and standing on my own 2 feet. I'm grateful for all the challenges that have helped me to grow and transform. I trust myself. I make choices that are healthy and good for me. love and enjoy my body. I have healthy boundaries. I'm open to experiencing the present moment through my senses. Inviting some breath down into your belly, up into your heart, your chest, your shoulders, your neck, filling your body with life force, allowing your breath to become medicine. You may like to set an intention for yourself today, a quality that you'd like to invite in to amplify for this day, to return to it like a touchstone, like a crystal in your pocket. And you feel yourself being pulled away from this quality to center it in your being over and over and over again, as many times as you need. So take your time, just gently wriggling fingers and toes. You may like to take a stretch or simply just bend up your knees and roll onto one side. Take your time, slowly coming up into sitting. Well done, well done. So thank you so much for your practice. It was lovely to be with you today. I'm just going to invite, if anyone wants to, stay on to sing that mantra together, the Kali one, or feel free to drop out or just to sit and listen and meditate. Otherwise, we will invoke Goddess Kali and sing her name, her beloved name, a few more times just to bring in her essence, that sacred fierceness and power.
Kali Kali Namaha Om Kali Kali Namaha Mahakali 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 Namaha Mahakali Mahakali Mahakali
May I dwell in the heart. May my heart flower. May I be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May I never be separated from the causes of joy. May I find healing and wholeness. May I be at peace. May all beings dwell in the heart. May their hearts flower. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the causes of joy. May they find healing and wholeness. May they be at peace. May we all be well. May we all find light and love in the heart. May we all find compassion for ourselves and each other. May we all be happy and peaceful. And bringing the hands to the heart, gently bowing the head. Placing hands on the earth, sending our love and gratitude to the great Mother Earth. Palms to the sky, giving thanks to the Cosmic Mother, to the Celestial Court, to the gods, the goddesses, the angels and archangels, to our beloved ancestors. Thank you, we love you. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your protection and for your support. Bringing hands back down to the heart, sending love and gratitude to each and every one of you. So good to be with you today. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you next time